Most men think compliments create attraction. That's why they say things like, "You're beautiful," "You're amazing," or "I've never met someone like you." And at first it seems to work. She smiles, she responds politely, she says, "Thank you." But then something subtle happens. The energy drops, the tension disappears, and slowly her interest fades. Not because the compliment was wrong, but because it was predictable. Here's what most men never understand. A compliment isn't powerful just because it's positive. It's powerful because of the feeling it creates in that moment. And predictable praise creates almost nothing new. She's heard it before, in the same tone, from different men, in different places. So instead of standing out, you blend in. Now here's where everything shifts. A man once said something different. Instead of saying, "You're beautiful," he looked at her, paused, and said, "You're more interesting than you look." It wasn't clearly praise. It wasn't clearly criticism either. It created tension. And that tension changed everything. Because instead of giving her a familiar emotional pattern, he triggered curiosity. She started trying to decode it. What did he mean? How did he see her? What did he notice that others didn't? From that moment, she became more engaged, not because he praised her, but because he made her think. And that's the truth most men miss. Compliments that create attraction are not the ones that make a woman feel safe. They are the ones that make her feel seen in a way she didn't expect. Not comfort, curiosity. Now let's break down a few types of compliments that do exactly that. Compliment number 1, the reverse compliment, curiosity trigger. Instead of saying, "You're beautiful," you say something like, "You're not as simple as you pretend to be." It creates tension. And that tension opens a loop in her mind. She starts wondering what you see that others don't. Most compliments close the loop. This opens it. Compliment number 2, the observation compliment. This is where she feels understood, not just praised. For example, you act confident, but you think before you trust people. That level of detail hits differently. It shows attention, and attention is rare. Compliment. Number 3, controlled approval. Instead of over-validating, you give selective approval. I like that. You don't try too hard to be liked. Now it feels earned, not handed out. And earned validation always carries more weight. Compliment number 4, the identity compliment. This goes deeper than behavior. It touches perception. You're the kind of person who acts like you don't need anyone, but you care more than you show. Now she starts reflecting on herself through your words. Compliment number 5, the withheld compliment. Instead of full approval, you leave space. What do I think about you? I'm still figuring you out. That uncertainty creates curiosity, and curiosity keeps attention alive. Compliment number 6, the future projection. The future. You place her into an imagined experience. You're the type who would make things interesting, not boring. Now she's not just hearing words, she's visualizing a dynamic. Compliment number 7, the contrast compliment. You separate your perception from others. You're calmer than I expected. Now she starts questioning how she is usually seen versus how you see her. In the end, it was never about compliments. It was about emotional impact. Most men try to impress, but predictable praise makes them forgettable. The men who stand out create emotional movement. They make her think. They make her feel something slightly unexpected, and they leave a trace in her mind after the conversation ends. Because attraction doesn't come from saying more, it comes from saying less, but making it matter more.